So traders, on today's video I will be showing you guys why we didn't take a trade on our trading challenge, which is $100 to 5k. And the reason being is this week price was just choppy. And with that being said, I want to make you guys see why do I say this week was kind of choppy for me to trade as a trader or to execute as a trader, and why we didn't put our money to work this week. So before we start the video, I need you guys to understand that in trading, what's more powerful, like the powerful tool or a powerful skill that you can acquire for yourself as a trader, is to learn the power of patience and to learn the power of FOMO, right? What do I mean by learn the power of FOMO? Don't let FOMO take control of your trading life, right? Because many traders could have forced entries and looked for setups that were not there based on how we trade. But because we have mastered the skill of patience, we have mastered the skill of discipline, and we have overcome we have overcome FOMO, it wasn't quite hard for me to understand that this week was not a trading week for me. But it was all based on me having to understand that the markets didn't give me setups and the markets were looking choppy. That's why it was not a trading week for me. But before we start the video, like on the video, share the video, leave a comment on the video, click that link on my description to sign up with the broker that I trade with and highly recommend. If you're looking for an in-person mentorship course, you have came to the right place, because Circle of Traders is an exciting in-person 2-day in-person / one-on-one Forex mentorship course where I'll be showing you guys Forex, like from your candlesticks, from your patterns, from your structure, from your behavior, from your risk management, from your psychology, and far most importantly, from you having to maintain your lifestyle as a trader. Because what you do outside of trading will reflect to what you do inside of trading. If you're not disciplined outside of trading, it will most probably reflect on itself by you showing lack of discipline in your trading, right? So without further ado, guys, I want to show you guys price action from Monday up and until today, which is Friday, so you can clearly see and get the picture that not every day, not every trading day is a execution day. Not every trading day is an execution day. Do you guys get that? So based on our weekly trading outlook, you can go check it out. I've also left the link on my recent video right there. You can simply go check it out, right? We had a simple anticipation, because, well, before I do anything, I want to show you guys where I'll be starting. I'll be starting from right there, which is Monday this week, right, up and until today, which will be the price section that we're going to be working on, right? Because we're not focusing on what the whole overall picture, we're just focusing on our current price structure, right? So market open on Monday, well, based on our weekly trading outlook, we had a simple anticipation that in order for us to put our money to work, price has resistance, right? And price has been moving below resistance. In order for us to put our money to work, can we at least get a word breakout so we can continue bullish, or get a full to break so we can look for the reversal to the downside, right? So when market open hit, you can clearly see that from Monday, the 2nd of June, right, price it does push to the downside. So from this market open push to the downside, you can clearly see that later on price had a continuation to the upside, and that's where the market closed, right? So with a market close, we understand that price closed above our buy zone, right? Here we see that price is a simple close above our resistance. And obviously, based on our anticipation on our weekly trading outlook, we had a simple anticipation that obviously we're simply looking for to be bullish above resistance and be bearish below resistance. If you don't get anything like from that too, then we won't put our money to work, right? So on Tuesday when market opened, on Monday when market closed, you can see that we closed above our resistance, anticipating that on Tuesday we might look for continuations to the upside. But what happened from market open on Tuesday? price had a push to the downside. So from this push to the downside, this was basically a push phase and an exhaustion phase. So with this exhaustion phase, on Tuesday we also had an anticipation, right, that because when we woke up around like 5 a.m. we now saw that okay, price is trading below our zone, and in order for us to continue putting our money to work, can we at least get break below? Can we at least get a break below of our current lows, with an anticipation of a breakout and a break below and violation of our current lows, looking for those continuations to the downside? But when you clearly look at the charts, this was a simple push phase and an exhaustion phase, and price did later on Tuesday continued moving to the upside. So once we had this continuation to the upside, I told the COT Academy team that, guys, obviously price is now trading above our resistance, and with price trading above resistance, we can now look to put our money to work, but only if we are gonna get a candlestick that will give us momentum to continue moving bullish, right? And we all agreed on that in the COT Academy team. And once this candlestick gave us a close, this New York Open, which was like 15:30 p.m. on Tuesday, once this candlestick gave us a bullish close above our zone, we now simply understood that, guys, you might look for a continuation to the downside. But the tricky part was, with us having to anticipate continuations to the upside, we based on a 40 pip stop loss in a 100 pip target, because that's our approach, that's our risk reward approach for this challenge, right? So when you now can clearly see that if I have to take my trade right there and place a 40 pip stop in a 100 pip target, you can clearly see that price could have took us out with a spike. Price could have spiked us out before moving into our anticipated direction. But another thing, the team told me that, dog, we can't just go in at the moment, because this is our NYSE, and the markets are looking volatile at that moment, and price is looking very volatile, to a point where it wouldn't be easy, it wouldn't be just a thing that we have to execute a trade. Can we at least wait and see what will happen, right? So I agreed to what the team told me, because this is not based on me as a trader alone. I also trade with people. People can sometimes see what I don't see as a trader. Not to say because I'm the mentor, I now know everything. People can sometimes see what you don't see as a trader. And what happened from there, we simply saw that if we took this trade, price could have spiked us out before moving into our direction. What happened from there, we agreed as a team that we won't take this trade. We are simply going to back test and forward test and see the end result of how the markets could have played out. And we clearly understood the price could have took us out before moving in our initial direction. What happened from there, it was also another trading day for us, right? So when Wednesday hit, because we don't trade on Wednesdays, you can clearly see how choppy price was on Wednesday and Thursday. When Wednesday hit, we now understood that with the team that obviously prices this current high, right? And obviously with a current high, with this current high that gave us this lowest point in the markets, current lowest point in the markets, we now understood as a team that the only time that we are going to put our money to work is once price will give us a violation of our current high, right? In order to look forward for those continuations to the upside, right? So Wednesday, you can clearly see it hit and price didn't do as we anticipated. And when Thursday hit, that's when we understood that, okay, there might be volatility, there might be some market strength and market volatility at the moment. That's when we can look to put our money to work, right? But only if price gives us a violation of our current highs, anticipating those possible new highs, right? So when Thursday hit, you can clearly see that from our London Open, which was 9 a.m., price couldn't break above. Price spiked and took our highs out, right? Which was like on 1400 p.m., right? Price gave us a spike to the upside and took our highs out. So from the spike to the upside, I told the team that, guys, now it won't be a good time for us to trade our anticipated setup, right? Because you can clearly see that our pre-NYSE candlestick spiked to the upside, couldn't close above. It's just spiked to the upside and closed below our highs, which gave us a simple anticipation of price taking our highs out with that spike, right? It wouldn't be easy for us to put our money to work. Can you at least wait and see how will the markets play out today, which was on Thursday? Because understanding that Monday was choppy, Tuesday was choppy, Wednesday was choppy, Thursday was kind of looking choppy, right? So it wasn't easy for us to put our money to work. So what did we do as a team? We waited, right? And as you can clearly see, when we waited, we now saw that the 1600 p.m. candlestick, which was our NYSE open candlestick, we now saw that, okay, prices closed above. So we as a team back tested and forward tested and was like, okay guys, can we at least do it? Can we at least put our 40 pip stop and place our 100 pip target and see how the markets were gonna play out? And when you clearly look at this, we were just gonna be stopped out. Price was gonna take us in and give us profits, but unfortunately price was gonna take us out with a stop loss. So understanding that two trades this week, two trades could have been L's, which might have moved in our initial direction. Do you guys get that? So to me, it's a thing that I have to just make you guys understand that it's not all about what do you do as a trader when the market is giving you when the market is showing you a setup, but based on you as a trader having to back test, having to forward test, and having to journal every trade, you will understand that for the most part of it, when you take a trade, when the market is looking in a certain way, it wouldn't be easy for you to make profits based on you understanding how the markets have been, how prices printed out our current structure, our current price movement, right? On Tuesday, price could have took us out before going in our initial direction, and on Thursday, price could have gave us profits before price taking us out, which clearly gave you an indication that those two trading days could have been a red flag for us, right? Tuesday, price was going to take us out. Thursday, price was going to take us out. And today is Friday. You can clearly see that I'm uploading the video right now just to show you that, just to update you guys that from what happened on Monday and what's currently happening right now, we didn't get any trading setups. But for the most part of it, it's all based on us having to understand the power of discipline, the power of patience, the power of consistency, and the power of understanding that we don't let FOMO take charge of anything in our trading, but we simply look and wait and be patient with the markets so they can give us what we have to do. You simply have to let the markets print out what you are going to react from. If the markets prints out choppy movements, then it clearly means it's on you if you're gonna take a trade when the markets are looking choppy. And it was on me not to take a trade because the markets were looking choppy. I could have just cried a lot. Tuesday was gonna take me out before going in my initial direction. Thursday was gonna give me profits before taking me out. That's just stress and overwhelm as a trader, right? But for the most part of it, understand that this week the markets will stay, our account will stay as it is. We wouldn't do anything to it because it didn't execute any trade. Based on last week's results, it's still the way it is this week. Just to show you the authenticity, and the rawness into everything that I'm sharing to you guys. Understand, you don't have to force entries if there's no any trading setup, and you don't have to force trading setups because there's no trading setup based on how you trade as a trader. You guys get that? But without further ado, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing the video, thanks for showing love, and thanks for choosing COT Academy as one of the realest and greatest forex institutes in the world. And thanks for choosing the COT Academy YouTube channel as the best educational YouTube video in the world. But without further ado, this is your boy Harlem, King COT, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video.